Kick that beat. Let's go.
Has your instructor ever told you to stop wasting your time doing backflips and spin kicks? Have you ever had someone say to you something like, "If you try that to me, I'm gonna take you to the ground"? Or something like, "That flippy karate stuff would never work in a fight." You know what I'm talking about. Or maybe you're just getting into martial arts or tricking and you want to know what's garbage and what's worth spending the time learning. In this video, my goal is to break down the differences between tricking, martial arts, and its middle ground, extreme martial arts. And I also want to try to end the misconceptions that follow trickers around whenever they are doing their moves. So first off, I want to say that I have the utmost respect for every style of martial arts and tricking. At no point in this do I mean to come off condescending or disrespectful to instructors or students. So if you guys are ready, we're going to get started. If you're not ready, I guess go do some stretches or something. Or get a kickstart. Hashtag not sponsored. So let's talk about tricking. Story time. So way back when picture films started making their way around the world, and eventually to China, some folks thought it would be dope as heck to tell their stories about war and revenge through a medium that became known as kung fu movies. To make a long story short, these movies became so popular that people around the world wanted to show off their style of martial arts. Movies are the best way to make people familiar with your martial arts style and show off some of the things that you can do. And it didn't take them long to figure out that the fancier their fights looked, the more people wanted to watch these movies. "Oh, it was cool, let me share that with Uncle John." So what they did was they started taking the fancier parts of their martial arts styles and making them even more fancy to try to compete with other martial arts styles in movies. Thus is the origin of extreme martial arts. Today, XMA is most commonly practiced by stunt people in the movies and competitors who like to compete in creative forms. Now, the origin of tricking is not written in stone, but as a historian, I can definitively say I'm not a historian. The XMA is probably one of the biggest influences of most trickers. So what changed? Why isn't it called XMA anymore? Why do they call it tricking now? Well, the bar for impressive martial arts moves kept getting raised, and it got to the point where it wasn't really martial arts anymore. If there's no way at all that you could argue that that's useful in self-defense or even competition, then you can't really argue that it's martial arts anymore. So it kind of developed another name as a completely separate sport. So while XMA usually holds on to the fundamentals of martial arts, I wouldn't recommend trying to use those moves in self-defense or competition, but you could maybe try them and maybe have some success. I don't recommend it. Tricking is more, we don't really care if you can use it in a fight. It's, if you can imagine it and you can make your body do it, then use it in a tricking combo. So here's the important part. If you're one of those people who's looking at trickers or XMA practitioners and saying, "Why do you waste your time with that? You can't use that in martial arts." We know, or we should at least. While tricking may have stemmed from martial arts and looks like martial arts, it is not martial arts. Tricking is its own separate sport. It's for fun and for exercise. And it's important to understand that while it does improve athleticism, flexibility, reflexes, kicking fundamentals, it is not meant to replace a classic punch to the jaw or a kick to the ribs or a kick to the knee or a kick to the face, or a kick to the groin. Always re-stomp. So to all the instructors who are just concerned that your students are going to whip out a triple corkscrew in the middle of a self-defense situation, don't worry. If they take what you teach seriously, they should know what to do and what not to do. And let them have fun with their training. It's as good for their mind as it is for their body. I hope this cleared up some of the misconceptions. I know I've done martial arts my whole life. When I got into tricking, it didn't make me want to stop training martial arts. Now I just train both separately. Kids just want to have fun. Just want to have fun. Alright, I'm done ranting. I'm gonna go watch Cobra Kai. # not sponsored. Cobra Kai, if you're looking for a stuntman,